Good evening, friends. On behalf of Banking Quest, I, Tilagulati, extend you warm welcome. Friends, our foreign exchange training program has received wide acclaim from all sections in the banking community. I am happy to announce that our last session overview of international banking has been appreciated by all the participants. Friends, I assure you, as the training progresses further, you will find yourself fully confident to handle any foreign exchange department. Friends, today our topic of discussion is FEMA provisions on imports. We have with us Ma'am Surendrajit Kaur, former Assistant General Manager and Faculty from State Bank of India. Before I invite Ma'am Surendrajit Kaur to deliberate upon FEMA provisions on imports, I am happy to announce that we have with us Mr. Hargovind Sachdev, former Chief Vigilance Officer of UCO Bank and United Bank of India. Mr. Hargovind Sachdev had also occupied the position of Global Head International Division of State Bank of India. I request you, Mr. Hargovind Sachdev, to kindly address the participants about the international trade on this platform. Over to you, Mr. Hargovind Sachdev, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Gulati. My dear worthy colleagues, it's a great honor to address such an august gathering of illustrious bankers and operational staff. I had the honor and privilege of working for State Bank of India, Frankfurt, Germany from 2006 to 2011, and then later as in charge of Gulf operations, being at LHU Trivandrum before I retired from SBI. I could really find that in international trade, the world is truly a global village. The needs of all of us are almost common. Everybody needs a couple of meals, good breakfast, good clothes to wear, and a good lifestyle to lead. In that search, slowly, once these needs are met, we escalate our lifestyle, the quality goes on improving. And in search of that quality, we cross our shores and then start sourcing products from worldwide. Now, all those things have to be governed by a certain frame of rules, which each country is expected to operationalize to avoid unwanted imports, to avoid imports from countries which are not very favorable to them, to avoid killing its own industry by putting some anti-dumping duties, and also to encourage some value addition in the imports and then re-export them to earn a better yield for the country. At Frankfurt, we used to have large number of Indian customers landing almost every week and coming to acquire German industries. In Germany, the industries are being sold by people who want to retire and lead peaceful life in countries like Switzerland. Their children are not very interested in carrying on the jobs of the parents. As such, industries are available for very low prices. An Indian who aspires to have an German joint venture, he can just go there by paying a couple of millions and taking over the responsibility of the debts, the taxes of the society and the labor charges. He can buy a good unit, maybe up to 5 million euros. But catches are very much there. A proper legal due diligence is required to ascertain the real liabilities of the particular company. Now, in China, we have seen that by government assistance, the industries grew so much that it became a powerhouse, a factory for the entire world, a back office, a production unit for the millions of people across the world. They focused on quality. They also focused on prompt delivery. Most of the China today is built by the German machinery, which Chinese imported liberally at the time of their renaissance, their industrial revolution. And today they have customized those machines in producing millions of items of high quality and are ruling the world as far as import and exports are concerned. India also is giving a lot of incentives for both exports and imports. But basically, forex is the lifeline of each nation. The more the forex you have, the more stronger you are, the more facilities you can provide. A smaller country like Germany, with a population of hardly 8 crores, is exporting more than 1 trillion euro worth of goods across the world. And then when its planes come back, uh, after delivering machinery and goods and chemicals, iron and steel and various products, they bring back prosperity in terms of linen, in terms of good edibles, dry fruits, fresh vegetables. If you see a German man's dining table, you will find papaya from, Afghanistan, dry fruit from Iran, some mangoes from Pakistan, and various vegetables from Brazil. Now, all this prosperity comes because you export and then you import. Now, FEMA wants us that we should import to the extent of our basic needs. It's a regulation which controls build-up of forex, payment of forex as per the given norms, and then also it has an inbuilt mechanism to manage the inflation within India with the aim of avoiding flooding of imported products into India. We have seen that some of these countries who have an evil eye on our fledgling industries start dumping steel or various other products at damn cheap prices. They have huge capacities. Now they have to generate employment in their countries. So they create a sort of an edifice which goes on churning huge quantities. Now they find that some of the competitors in India might catch up with them. So in order to kill such industries or inhibit their growth, they try to flood Indian markets. Now FEMA has this feature that if the particular industry is being flooded and its leaders and its top-notch performers bring it to the information of the government, then it starts, discouraging that import by putting some duties, so that that particular product becomes not very viable as far as Indian market is concerned. Now, FEMA has various liberalized facilities given to us, like $250,000 in a given financial year we can remit. Now, those are also a sort of help for encouraging imports. Now, you will question how it can help imports by sending $250,000 abroad. Now, it can help in a way that if you use it for your capital account, for acquiring certain properties, investing in permissible securities, then in future you start getting returns which are pretty handsome. If you hire today, buy a flat in Manhattan Street, it may cost you a bit, but later on the rentals are so good that a single room is going for about $2,000 per month. And if you have a house of 3 to 4 bedroom, you can earn a huge amount of precious foreign exchange, which also helps India in balancing its balance of payment position. Imports are also valuable. Today we have seen the crisis which is happening across due to coronavirus. Now, one thing which is exported by India and certain big producers worldwide is a vaccine. Now, most of the world today is thirsty for vaccine. Only yesterday, day before yesterday, one of the manufacturers of vaccine has refunded the advance taken from Brazil government for export of vaccine. Now, because of the crisis which is re-emerging in India, that particular manufacturer of vaccine could not, keep his commitment to the Brazilian government. Now, see, if these countries did not have foreign exchange, they could not be in a position to help their citizens in vaccination. So, foreign exchange is extremely valuable, and imports should be done with total dexterity, total farsightedness. They should not be part of hoarding or making undue benefits in the society. There are conditionalities in imports, suppose you are importing, then you have to have a proper proof of import, which is called as bill of entry, which has to be now filed with the custom authorities within a given time. Then imports also have to be reported in time through your banking channel, through our returns electronically, because unless we know our import bill, we will not be able to, have a cash flow budget for the entire country. We have seen in the past that India imports two things in a very, very big way, which are part of our custom and part of our daily need. The biggest import bill which we pay is towards import of oil, petroleum, because the entire country is deficit, and for the day-to-day needs of energy, we need this import very, very essentially, and we are buying all across the world. The second thing which has a social, sort of implication and is part of our niche life and customs is the import of golds. Indians are very thirsty. We are the biggest, importer of gold worldwide. And even though the country's per capita income is not as good as compared to various advanced countries, but in real terms, if we work out the holdings of gold in each house in India, probably a real GDP growth can be ascertained. Pulses is another thing which India produces as number one producer in the world. But ironically, we are also number one importer of pulses in the world. We are number one in producing as well as in importing, because oil is these pulses or dals are an integral part of each Indian, whether he is staying in north or in south or east or west. So what we need is the need to escalate our exports by improving quality, by constantly innovating. Fortunately for us, the last 2 decades have been very, very iconic as far as the IT development is concerned. The Indian government has encouraged, and our own young generation, which hit very big on IT segment through some of the stalwarts of IT industry belonging to various large groups in India, including Tata and various other corporates who have been exporting IT talent worldwide, have made India very rich as far as foreign exchange reserves are concerned. Today, we have $569 billion worth of foreign exchange reserves, and which is fourth largest in the worldwide. So imports are required to upgrade the quality. I remember having financed the business of pearls and diamonds in Bombay market a couple of years ago, where the Indians had mastered the art of earning money through imports. The Indians were importing bulk of diamond, like huge stones of diamond from far off countries of Africa, and then cutting them, polishing them, and then re-exporting. So imports were playing a very, very crucial role in improving our balance of payment position and creating our forex reserves. Friends, I am very sure that as vendors, you will find that the import documentation is slightly cumbersome, and it needs a sort of focus to finance an importer. But if you master this, classes like this, which are being run by Mr. Bhati, I'm sure that you will be doing a great service to the country in building our balance of payment and upgrading our quality. With these words, I request Mr. Tati to kindly go ahead with the valuable meeting and seek the attention of each one of you, because this might be a game changer for each one of us as lending professionals.
Thank you, thank you, thank you very much, Mr. Hargovind Sachdeva. You have such nicely you have given the overview of entire international trade in the world. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. So, friends, now I will not stand between you and Ma'am Surinderjit Kaur. I request Ma'am Surinderjit Kaur to kindly start her deliberations on FEMA provisions on imports. Over to you, Ma'am Surinderjit Kaur.